Absolutely. I mean, come on now. He would dare come in here. Let's be honest. That's the thing is we have to pursue these guys because we're willing to take that risk. I don't know if they're willing to pursue us. Let's be honest. That like I said, there's a reason that scares me. That scares me because he's a master of his craft, and he's used to these boxers. He's used to the boxing speed and the boxing movements and things like that. We're different. Sometimes different can be good. What's wrong with giving him a different look? So of course, it's a tall tree to climb, but we saw what happened the last time I was an underdog.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
Kamaru right here on the left. Kamaru, talking about the numbers, I know you're looking at some boxing and making that big money, but you are approaching Anderson Silva's all-time mark of those 16 UFC victories in a row. How much would it mean to you to break that kind of mark and prove just like you're the generational talent here in this time?
That's interesting, and I've said it before early on in some of these, press conferences. I don't really look at that. You guys, I find out when you guys tell me, hey, you're approaching this number and that number and this number. I don't look at that. I learned a long time ago when I was 1-1 and saying, shit, I just lost. I'm not undefeated anymore. And having that talk with Rashad Evans and him telling me just take it one fight at a time. So as long as I continue to take it one fight at a time, all these numbers continue to rack up and pile up. So that's all I'm doing. I'm not chasing anybody, or I'm not trying to do this better than this guy and this guy. I'm doing it my way, and I'm just getting one win at a time. So when I'm done, I want you guys to let me know how great I was.
The Hispanic fans noticed that Kamaru Usman's been rocking a Colombian national team jersey a lot. Are you a fan of the team? Are you just, loving the community? Talk to me about that.
Of course, we love the Latin community. We always do. And my girlfriend's Colombian, so, of course, she's going to make you wear that thing. And it looked good on me. You see the colors, right? It was looking good on me. It was looking really good on me. So, of course, we rock it.
Welcome to the club.
Thank you.
Come over here on your right.
I was going to ask real quick. So you obviously started out as a wrestler. Striking has come leaps and bounds and leaps and bounds. At what point did the striking really click for you, or has it? Is there still some thing that you're with that hasn't happened, or have you felt to where I want it to be?
No, I'm always growing. There's always room for improvement. The thing is, the striking's always been there. It's just going out there and having it come to fruition. Like, we all know that this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It takes time to really learn and evolve in the sport, something that my little brother is learning as well. It takes time to get there. I came in as a wrestler, having some of the best foundation, and then of course I went to a camp where I had one of the best teachers out there at H Kickboxing with Henry Hoof to teach me that foundation of how to punch and kick. And now having Trevor Whitman really fine-tune some of those intricate details to produce the results that I've been producing. I mean, it's just the perfect storm. I'm blessed and I'm thankful for the places that I've been with the coaches that I've been and the place that I am in life. I mean, this Saturday, headline Madison Square Garden. UFC 268 live on ESPN pay-per-view. You don't want to miss it. Go get that.
But there was no particular fight where you felt, oh, this feels really good now.
If I had to say one, I would say I fought Sean Strickland in, I believe, Buffalo, and I believe it was a little storm back and forth. It started when I fought Wale Alves in Brazil. A lot of people didn't know, but I tore cartilage in my ribs, and I couldn't wrestle the last 3 weeks. But I couldn't pull out of the fight because I was instructed, you can't pull out of this fight. And so I had to fly all the way to Brazil and fight this guy without my best and my strongest tool in my toolbox, which is wrestling. So I remember in that fight, I knew I had to keep the fight standing because I couldn't wrestle. So this guy doesn't find out that one kick in my ribs, I might be out. So I had to stay on my feet, and I'm on my feet, and then I realized in that first round, these guys can't stay with me on my feet. They're afraid. They think I'm going to wrestle the whole time. Why not stay up? And then towards the end of that first round, you can go back and watch that fight. He was just done. He was gassed. I didn't really throw that many strikes, but he was so gassed because he thought I was going to wrestle the whole time. I looked at him and I spoke Portuguese to him and I told him, like, I know you're not tired already. We just started. So from that moment on, I said, you know what? I can do what I want to do in here. I don't have to wrestle these guys. So the Sean Strickland fight, we all know how good of a striker Sean Strickland is. I just wanted to just let it fly. And I'm doing all kinds of tricks. I'm doing a super double punch. I'm doing all kinds of things, having fun in there. And at that moment, I think I realized, it is what I make it in here, and I can do whatever I want.
Come over here to the right.
Take one more?
Okay, we'll take one more.
Yeah.
So we saw you courtside at the Knicks game the other night. Tell us what your experience was like.
It was great. It's one of those things with me is I'm in this trans state of mind to where I don't really take things in too much because I have such high expectations, and for me the journey's never over. So I have such big goals and high expectations to where I don't really sit there and just really relish and enjoy moments as much as I probably should. So I'm sitting there and I'm it's just a game. I'm watching the basketball game and I'm sitting next to Tracy Morgan, I'm sitting next to Chris Rock, Bill Bellamy, D Nice, and at one point it was like, these are legends that I grew up watching, and I'm sitting on the floor next to them. But then I snapped out of it, and I got in the back, and then I got goosebumps, like, oh shit, this is where I'm gonna walk out when I fight it. So, it's been an amazing roller coaster. I'm blessed to be in this position. I'm blessed to be here. I don't take it for granted, and when I'm done, I think, yeah, then I'll start to be like, you know what, I did that, yeah. So, tell my brother, take pictures now, take a lot of pictures. My man Patty, take a lot of pictures because I might want to see them later.
And last one for me. Obviously, your friend Francis Ngannou was in your corner last time around. First of all, is he going to be here this time around? And secondly, what did you make of this situation with Francis that occurred over the summer? When they created the interim belt, were you surprised by that?
It's a tough situation to be in. There's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know about, and we all wish that we could sit in those rooms with the powers that may be and really understand what a fighter or other promotions is going through and dealing with. So it's for me personally, as a brother of his and as a friend, it was tough for me. It's tough for me to watch, but it seems like things might be looking up now because that fight's been scheduled. And let's all be honest, we all know who the heavyweight champion of the world is. Like, no disrespect to Khan, he's an incredible competitor. We see what that heavyweight's doing. And so until they step in there and they really duke it out, we know who the heavyweight champion of the world is.
All right, thanks, Mark.
Thank you guys, I appreciate it.
Steve Saturday. ESPN.